Hi, it's Brandy Fugate here, your local Tulsa realtor. I was just reading this really interesting article on Yahoo Finance about people who say, I want to wait for interest rates to come down before I buy. And I thought this particular, I've read a lot of articles about this topic, but I thought this one surmises the situation pretty well. It basically says only 12% of people are planning to buy a home this year. It's 2023. But nearly one third, 30%, say that high mortgage rates are holding them back from purchasing a home right now. And what how that relates to me in the market as someone who's in the market day in, day out is the lack of or the decrease in interest in buying a home right now because the interest rates are so high. It has limited the amount of buyers that are out there shopping. And that's evident by looking at our monthly statistics. So our houses were selling on average in 3 days. And now we're at like 24 days that the houses are selling in. Also, sellers are not getting as steep of an increase in appreciation as they once were. So if the sellers, if the graph is going up this high as far as appreciation, I mean, we're still going up, but we're just not going as drastic with appreciation with home values as what we were. And the reason why it's dropped down a bit is because a lot of the buyers have left the market and said, I don't like the interest rates. I don't want to buy right now. And so there's less demand on the homes that are for sale, which means there's less competition. The houses are sitting on the market longer. You're not having to feel like you're forced into making a decision on day one because the thing's going to be sold by day three. Less competition, you have more time to think about it. The sellers a lot of times are coming down off of their prices. We're seeing more price drops than we have in years right now because the sellers are getting to about day 14, maybe day 21, and it hasn't sold yet. They're getting nervous. So they're saying, okay, fine, I'll help pay part of your closing costs. I'll help buy down your interest rate, or they're just agreeing to a price drop. All great reasons to help a buyer get back in the market right now. Let's see what else it says. It says, although you might want a lower rate, waiting at the current rates isn't necessarily the way to go. And this is a realtor in Northern Virginia who says, marry the house, date the rate. That's kind of a played out saying, but basically what they're saying is buy now before the house is 10-ish% more a year from now, and just refinance whenever rates come down. Because that's the one thing that we feel, of course, I don't have a crystal ball. There's no guarantees about anything, but historically speaking, Tulsa we are experiencing like an 8 to 12% appreciation right now. Sure, we were up until a year ago when the rates went up so much, we had like a 40% appreciation in less than 3 years. We're not having that, but we're still having 8 to 12% appreciation. So what they're saying is go ahead and buy the house today and get it at 8 to 12% cheaper than what it will be a year from now, and then just refinance when the rates go down. Because what I feel pretty confident is saying is that our house values are going to still keep going up. Interest rates might keep going up. Who's to say in a year from now they're not at 9%, 8.5%, 10%? Who knows? So there's some theory behind this, which is to say buy the house now while it's 10-ish% cheaper than what it would be in a year, and then just turn around and refinance whenever the rates get down. That's what happened, back in 2020, 2021, when the rates dropped down so low, everyone refinanced who had been buying in the past several years. It says ultimately waiting for rates to drop could end up costing you more money if the rates drop later this year, as most experts are predicting due to the recession. With the lack of inventory, we're going to see a huge surge in buyer demand, right? This all comes down to there being more competition. If you're thinking you want to wait until rates come down, well, so is everybody else. Everyone's waiting on rates to come down. So don't wait and go now while there's not as many buyers that are in the market. As it says, all the buyers who had been waiting on the sidelines will re-enter the market when rates come down and cause another frenzy. Once buyers realized the new rates were here to stay and foreclosures were near non-existent still, they jumped back into the market. She saw a dramatic increase in activity, showings, offers, and ultimately bidding wars. Sure, we saw that this summer, even with rates high. We saw a lot of bidding wars. We saw many properties, most properties, especially ones under 300,000 in our market, that we were giving full price, maybe even 5-10 grand over asking, sometimes 15-20 grand over asking if they had it underpriced, and we were getting outbid every time. It happens. I've got one couple right now that they've probably made an offer on close to 10 houses, and they've not gotten any of their offers accepted. And we never even offer full price. We go over every single time. So the moral of the story is, if you say you're going to wait to buy until rates come down, who knows when that'll be. But what I do know is that by the time rates do come down, that same house is probably going to be at least 10% more expensive than it is today. And you can't do anything about that. Buy it while it's cheaper, refinance your rates later when they do come down. Any questions, let me know. Hope you're having a good day.